Hello and welcome to Quest Recapped. The 2022 Disney Pixar movie starts with Meilin, a 13-year-old Canadian teenager of Chinese descent, talking about her family's motto, which is honor your parents since they are the supreme beings who gave you life. According to Meilin's parents, especially her mom, it means you have to do everything to please and honor them, even if it means not honoring yourself. Meilin doesn't mind, and according to her, it stopped being a problem when she turned 13. To prove a point, she does a ridiculous cartwheel in the middle of the street. She then meets up with her best friends, Miriam, Priya, and Abby, and together they go to their favorite spot, a nearby convenience store where they always go to check out the clerk, Devin. Meilin's friends find Devin cute and wish he was their boyfriend, but Meilin is more interested in the members of a male pop band called Town. Her friends then invite her to a karaoke, but she declines because she has to go help her mother Ming Li, who cleaned the temple. She explains to her friends that although she can make her decisions like any adult, she also has duties, and one of which is cleaning the temple. Meilin's mother runs Toronto's largest Chinese temple, and it all began when their ancestor Sun Yi became the guardian of red pandas. After cleaning the temple, Meilin gets into the red panda costume to welcome visitors, and her mother explained that the animal has brought luck and prosperity to their family since the death of their ancestor. Meilin and her mother then return home after the day's work. And while her father, Jin, prepares dinner, Meilin sees on the TV that her favorite band, Town, will be going on a tour. But her excitement is cut short when her mother judges her taste in music. After dinner, she does her homework but gets distracted and begins drawing in her book. But when she discovers that the boy looks like Devin from the convenience store, she hides underneath her bed to continue her drawings. Her mother soon comes in and Meilin jumps on the bed to avoid being caught. Unfortunately, she didn't hide the notebook properly, and her mother sees the drawings. Her mother soon recognizes the boy and decides to go to the convenience store to give Devin a piece of her mind for taking advantage of a young girl. Meilin tries to convince her that's not the case and also tries desperately to stop her, but it fails. Ming goes to the boy, shows him the drawings, and causes a scene at the convenience store, which attracts several other boys. After ordering him to stay away from her daughter, she leaves the store. When Ming gets home, Meilin doesn't believe her mother had just embarrassed her so much. She then tries to go to sleep but ends up having several nightmares. When she wakes up the next morning, she goes to the bathroom and is alarmed by what she sees in the mirror. She sees herself transforming into a giant red panda and screams. Her mother comes to the bathroom door to find out what's wrong, but Meilin doesn't respond, and her mother concludes that she has become a woman. Her mother rushes back to get some necessary items, and Meilin attempts to escape through the window, but she's too big to fit. Her mother then comes into the bathroom with sanitary towels and other items, but Meilin stays behind the curtains to avoid being seen. Her mother tries to get her to come out, but before she could succeed, a fire alarm goes off and Ming leaves. After her mother leaves, Meilin uses the opportunity to get back in her room because she believes she needs to go back to sleep to get back to normal. But lucky enough, she didn't need to go back to sleep as she turned back to normal after getting calm. The only thing that stays red is her hair. She then goes to school with a cap on to hide her new hair. In school, she tries to stay calm to prevent the panda from appearing, but her plan doesn't work when Meilin sees posters with the drawings she made tacked to the wall. It was done by her annoying classmate, Tyler, and just the mere thought of revenge makes her fist turn fur and tail appear. She tries to control herself, and it's a success until her friend Miriam tells her that her mother is snooping around the school. The guards ask Ming what she wants, but she causes a scene and runs to Meilin's class window to call her daughter to come to get her tampons. The embarrassment causes Meilin to turn into a panda, but because everyone in the class is facing the window, her classmate doesn't notice, but her mom, who is on the other side, does. Meilin runs to the bathroom but finds somebody there, so she escapes through the window. Her mother tries to reach her, but she is fast. Meilin finally gets home after destroying everything on her path. Her father asks about the transformation, and she's surprised to know they expected it to happen. Then her parents take her to the temple to explain better. Ming reveals that hundreds of years back, her ancestor asked the gods to transform her into a panda to save her daughters during a war. Then on a red moon night, the gods answered her prayers, and she gained the ability to be a powerful beast when she needed to protect her people. This gift has then been passed on to the daughters in the family, although it later became a curse when times changed. Meilin is angered by the revelation and tries to destroy the image of her ancestor, but she gets calm when she's told that there is a cure. Her mother tells her that she had gotten cured by performing a ritual, and this ritual is only done on a red moon night, which is a month away. Ming shows her daughter the necklace her panda spirit got sealed in and urges her to control her emotions till the ritual. The next day, Meilin tries everything to make the panda inside her disappear, but it yields no result. Then her friends come over to her house to tell her 4Town is going to perform in Toronto. And then they find out that she turns into a panda. They're terrified at first, but Meilin calms them down by explaining that she'll soon turn back to normal after the ritual. Her friend Abby then informs her that the band will be coming to town on the 18th of the next month, which is before the ritual that will be held on the 25th. Meilin gets very upset because she won't be able to attend. But her friends calm her by singing one of 4Town's songs. The singing cheers her up, and surprisingly, she turns back into a girl. And there she realizes that she can control her emotions, which means she can go to the concert. Her friends leave with joy, and Meilin tells her parents. Her parents find it hard to believe, but after several provoking tests, they realize it's true. Her parents are so happy to find out, and Meilin uses the opportunity to seek permission to go to the concert. But her mother doesn't grant the permission because she believes Meilin's emotions will run too wild at the concert, and she won't be able to control them. Although Meilin is disappointed, she doesn't show it. At that moment, Ming's phone rings and it's her mother. Wu. The old woman reveals that she saw the news about Meilin's panda and she'll be coming to Toronto for the ritual. But Ming is not very pleased with the news. The next day in school, Meilin finds out that none of her friends' parents permitted them to go to the concert. Then she sees her mother lurking outside the school. Tyler sees her too and begins to make fun of Meilin. Due to anger, she throws a ball at him and gets kicked out of the game. Then her friends take her to the bathroom to calm her, and there they agree to find a means to go to the concert. But there was the issue of money for tickets. Abby says seeing the panda could make her come up with ideas, so Meilin transforms. Suddenly, some girls come into the bathroom, and to Meilin and her friend's surprise, they find the panda cute. They even offered to pay to see him again, so the girls agreed to use the panda to get the ticket fee. They sell custom t-shirts and accessories, and soon they only need $100 to complete the ticket fee. Since the concert is that weekend, the girls begin to think of ways to get the money faster, and then Tyler walks in asking Meilin to come to his birthday party as a panda. Meilin asks for $200 and he agrees. On getting home, Meilin tells her mom she'll be participating in a study group later that day, but her mother offers to follow her. Meilin tries to discourage her mother, but she doesn't yield. Luckily enough, her grandmother arrives with her aunts and cousins, and they all head back inside. At Tyler's party, everyone is expecting Meilin, but she doesn't arrive until 40 minutes later. Although her grandmother and other relatives saved her from her mother, they also caused her delay. At the party, she comes in the panda costume because before she snuck out, her grandmother had warned her against transforming, but Tyler said he won't pay if that's the case. She then turns into the panda to get the money. After having a fun time at the party, Meilin and her friends go up to Tyler's roof to enjoy some cake and talk about the concert. But they're disappointed when they find out 4Town's Toronto concert actually falls on the day of Meilin's ritual. While the girls were still brooding over Meilin's inability to go to the concert, Tyler comes up to tell Meilin to transform into a panda again to entertain his guests. Meilin declines and Tyler threatens not to pay her. He also says Meilin is as weird as her mother, and that gets her very angry. Meilin loses control and attacks Tyler. At that same moment, Meilin's mother finds out that she had left her room and she hurries to Tyler's place to find her. There she sees her daughter attacking Tyler and orders her to put him down. Ming is infuriated by Meilin's actions and she scolds her friends for being bad company. Meilin is unable to defend her friends and they're all disappointed. On the D-Day, Meilin and her father Jin talk after he notices how sad she is. He explains to her that her panda is the biggest of them all and completely out of control, so there is a need for it to be sealed. Meilin then tells him that she wishes to keep the panda, but she doesn't want to be regarded as a monster. Her father then encourages her to embrace the panda if that's what she wants. Ming calls for them and they proceed to begin the ritual. The shaman makes a circle on the floor and asks Meilin to stay in it as long as the red moon shines. As the astral door opens, the women begin to sing and the circle lights up. When the red moon reaches its height, Meilin ascends to the astral plane where she meets her ancestor, Sun Yi. Sun Yi then uses a red stash to create a mirror, and as Meilin struggles to cross it, the red panda is ripped from her. But Meilin decides not to go on with it after remembering the fun times she has had as a panda. So she returns to embrace the spirit. She ends the ritual and attempts to leave the temple, but she's stopped by her mother and other relatives who try to convince her that it's for the best. But she pushes them aside and says she's going for the show. The push causes a crack in her mother's amulet, and since Ming is filled with hatred, her beast is so terrifying. Meilin quickly transforms into a panda and heads to the concert. She soon finds her friends, apologizes for what she had done, and fills them in on her decision to keep her panda. They are all happy and proceed to enjoy the concert, but the moment is ruined when Ming's panda arrives. Ming's panda destroys the concert while trying to find her daughter. Then Jin and the seniors club arrive at the venue to calm down the creature, but the beast picks up Meilin and the shaman hurriedly draws a circle around it. Meilin becomes angry after her mother destroys the four-town sign, so she transforms into a panda. At the same time, the ladies and the shaman begin the ritual, but Ming's beast begins to fight. Meilin is able to knock out her mother, and with the help of her grandmother and aunt's beasts, they drag Ming into the circle. But the circle doesn't glow up because the song is not loud enough, and the band helps sing along. The circle then glows up, and they're all transported to the astral plane. Meilin finds her mother crying, and her mother explains to her that she became this way because Meilin's grandmother had thought she was not good enough. Meilin also tells her mother she feels the same way, and everyone apologizes. They all proceed to cross the mirror, but Meilin stays back because she desperately wants to keep her panda. Sun Yi's spirit picks up the girl and takes her under the moonlight where they say their goodbyes. At the end of it all, everyone everywhere was talking about it, and Meilin continued to work with her mother at the temple. Her mother also began to let her go out more. But the most important thing was that Meilin learned to control her inner beast. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, kindly let us know in the comments section. See you in the next video.